So, we've kind of talked a little bit about business branding, where it kind of stemmed from. When did you realize, for one, your brain actually operated differently than everyone else?
I actually don't think my brain worked or operates any different than anybody else. I just don't make the excuses the average person makes. So I think Eddie Murphy said, and there's a clip that goes around where he said, I mean, we all know what to do. It's just about making that choice. So when you say your brain operate, I deal with everything like anyone else: stress, anxiety, sadness, happiness, joy. It's just my first thought isn't to think about everything that could go wrong. My first thought is, man, what if this works? So I'm not hesitant about a thought because the other famous saying is turn your thoughts into things. So I don't overthink. I'm not an overthinker.
Yeah, and then in that, you talk about the stress, the anxiety. Like, how do you even manage that from a business perspective, or even I guess life at that for that matter too? Because I know that's something a lot of people stress, not stress about, but is difficult for them to overcome, especially when it comes to making choices and decisions in the world of business.
So what's the question? Just so I'm clear.
How do you manage that stress, anxiety, sadness, all those different emotions and fluctuations? Because that comes with that world.
I mean, I don't think it's business that creates different levels of stress and anxiety. Business adds another layer to the things we might be stressing about. But if you can manage your own stress and anxiety in normal life per se, you can beyond a reasonable doubt scale that up.
Yeah.
So anxiety and stress, it just doesn't beget me, meaning like it doesn't get me down. It's like, okay, there's two types of stress. You stress, which is good stress and bad stress.
Mm-hmm.
The stress of competing is a healthy stress. The stress of, going to the gym is a healthy stress. The stress of having to get in front of an audience is a healthy stress. The stress of being around what people call iron, and getting sharper is a healthy stress. Bad stress is, when you're around losers and people that don't, and I don't fare well. The whole situation stresses me out, but that's why I just get rid of them. I'm not holding on, nor do I hold on to relationships or things that aren't conducive to my growth and my, the human I'm working on being.
Mm-hmm. Would you say your upbringing, kind of forced you to see opportunities where others wouldn't?
No, I think a lot of people see opportunities. Here's the thing: I don't think that anyone's fucking special. There's no special person. There's nobody who's special. There's nothing about me that's unique or anyone else. It's simply the fact that people like me, we make a choice every day to run a risk, and the risk is not a risk because we're betting on ourselves. And you can get to a point, kind of like my favorite line in Armageddon, the movie with Bruce Willis, is Harry doesn't know how to fail. Don't go back. It's like, he don't know how to fail. You got men on that spaceship and they can't imagine that man failing. So I'm one of those people who, I don't think that I'm so special. The only thing that makes me special is I'm willing to look stupid, figure it out, put it out there, and keep it going, and definitely don't dwell too long on stuff that didn't fare in any regard for that matter. And even now, I go back and look at history. Apple started in 1976 or something like that, and in 2007 was when the iPhone came out, and that connected everyone in the world to Apple. Now, people knew who Apple was, but when you put that, when that iPhone got in your hand, it changed your life. It changed a lot of life. It changed the way things function, literally. That was 30 years of work. 30 years of work to figure out how to basically never be forgotten. So, but they never gave up. They never stopped. So that's the thing that makes anybody who's special, Tom Brady and the rest, is like, they just kept at it and kept at it and kept at it, and losing, winning, 10 years of losing, and he's showing up to practice with the intent to win, period.
And you talk about being special, do you think that also comes with a form of belief in terms of just in oneself to...
Remember I said I'm not special.
I know that, but I've also heard you even at times explain like, yo, I'm already 15, 20 years ahead. I can see myself here, 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 and here from a visualization standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And that work does require some form of belief, because at that point you're just delusional.
I think for me, it's not belief, it's reality. Reality lies in the work. The only thing that makes sense to me is work. So when you look again, I study the history of business and many things in life. And when you look at scalability, opportunity, here's the thing: whatever you think you're doing, that's not the business. The job is to work on the business in that life every day. So when I get perspective on where I think I'm going to land, so far, I've been right because the consistent thing that everyone who I've helped, he'll show up. If he said he's going to do it, he's going to show up. And mind you, I don't always know what I'm doing. But what I do know is I'm going to figure it the hell out. And that requires patience, consistency, and work. So I don't think that thinking is special. I just don't ever think about quitting. So the minute doubt or fear or uncertainty creeps in, then you're cooked. You focus. So I don't know, like, if this is what I believe could happen, as far as I'm concerned, it happened.
And then what would be your best advice for those who probably struggle with that type of reality or belief to just even believe in oneself like that?
Well, this is the struggle because I don't have any advice for losers. I don't have any advice for people who struggle with that mentality. My house stays quiet until I invite people over. I don't pick up my phone and bother too many people. I don't like my phone ringing for the purposes of the more noise you get in your life, the more clouded your thoughts are. So the goal is to have high level, high valuable, high functioning thinkers and doers around me. I never have to go, hey man, what do you do here? One of the things I was looking into today was literally something around that concept. It's like, what the fuck are people looking for online? What are they looking for? Like, I don't even know that I should be doing this. But you go, there's so many other things that I do in a day, and I'm trying to figure out that this might benefit someone else. And I would be remiss if I didn't say, I share or repost stuff that is business oriented on TikTok and various platforms, but I also just do it because I think other people need to see it. And not because they said it, is because, hey, that was framed in a way that makes sense. Maybe someone's trying to figure something out, and the way Hormozi says something business-wise will click for a person. But even more importantly, I can say all the same stuff and it might not reach a person until we cross over. Now everybody want to talk to you. But the thing is, I've been crossed over in my mind at least a long time ago. And the first indicator of that level of success come from when people see the social media thing. I told everybody what to do, nobody listened. I believed in most people more than they believed in themselves, and they couldn't do the work. So I said, I'm going to do the work, and now look.
But wouldn't that just simply come down to the consistency?
No, because some people suck. Here's the thing. You could consistently do the wrong thing and not get anywhere.
And then how do you identify if you know you're doing the wrong?
If it's not working.
Got you.
You could consistently be delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Literally be delusional. Oh man, it's not. It's not going to work. And that ain't even the business. You're focused on the wrong thing, which is why you need outside resources and other perspectives at times. But people who have done it already. Don't go in there talking to no fucking idiot who doesn't know shit about shit and expect to, oh yeah, that's the answer. No, it's not. No, it's not. But when we start talking about growth, scale, perspective, vision, the business, the industry, where did you see me go? Went to Pet Global. Went to SuperZoo. I went to all the places that I want to participate in per se, and not those environments, but just go learn and see the areas that they're missing. I'm like, oh, they're missing it all. This ain't it. And a lot of those businesses aren't here anymore. So when you ask about advice, there's no advice I could give a person other than get up and do something for yourself and something for somebody else every day. Take yourself out of the equation, and you'll probably learn more than you can in one setting talking to somebody who ain't doing nothing. You learn from experiences in this life, and that is true. The one thing is true is the more you do, the more you gonna learn. Now, the more you talk, you really don't learn shit. Running your mouth, so I don't really have no advice.
I know. And so, well, in that though, one thing I've also noticed you do at times, like just like you said, went to Pet Global, you wouldn't put yourself in these different arenas to where you can learn.
Yeah.
Would you say that would actually be some more sound advice for someone who is struggling or can't figure it out, to maybe go seek the advice from someone who's already doing it in that space?
Advice for sure. I have good perspective, and so my perspective is, man, what we're doing could be so much bigger. But what is the biggest shows out there? And the irony is, I can show you my phone right now. Richard DeBerry just texted me a second ago, and he said, I'm going. So there is the World Dog Show 2026 will be held in, it looks like Bologna, but it's Bologna, Italy, June 3rd through the 7th, 2026. He said, I'm going. I said, let's do it, man. He said, it just takes back 100. Like when people think of opportunities or challenges. You go, okay, well, how big is the world of pets? Oh, we probably should leave the United States and see what's going on in the world of pets, or a dog show, simply put, in another country. Get over there and say, oh wow, they take this serious. Get this. Now I've got even more perspective, which gives me value in terms of how I see things here to scale and reach everyone for that matter. Because there's no country in the world who doesn't have someone who doesn't own a dog. That's the facts.
Mm-hmm.